good evening, all my little lions and lionesses. First here with you tonight, and we're going to have a kind of state of the fluff thoughts video for the evening. And well, random thoughts are random, and good happenings are good. So anyway, before we get into any of the fun, I won't forget this time. Both my Patreon link and my Coffee link are in the description box below. Both of which are good ways to help support me and my channel. Help me make better videos for you, the fluffy public. Just $1 will let you be able to pick what outfit I wear, what fursuit I wear for a video. So keep that in mind, and please feel free to utilize. I definitely appreciate when you do. So, thoughts for today. Work schedule officially changed as of this Monday. So yesterday, because I'm uploading this tonight as I record it, was the first day I got out at 6 p.m. in a lot of years. I've had the 7:30 get off shift for, I know I had different shifts before this. It's as far back as I can remember. I was working till 7:30 at night. So this change was definitely a good one. Now, granted, the same amount of time is still available to me. I still have the same amount of actual work. I have the same amount of necessary sleep. I still get up just before work, like always, because that's how I maintain sanity. No matter when my shift is, I tend to wake up just under an hour before I have to start work. Otherwise, it really feels like I waste my day. I'm wasting my time and not getting to utilize it because all I'll do is think about work. Why this makes some differences for a few big reasons, and it's already started to affect those things positively. Anytime we do things with friends, it's a little harder since my workday schedule would have me waking up at 9:40. That's one alarm plus one snooze. That's how my brain works. That's the science of things. That's how I've come to terms with sleeping and getting up at whatever time is necessary. And then on a day off, I'd sleep in a little bit normally because, well, I'm tired. I've had a week. I want to relax. And for me, that is usually sleep in for some amount of time. Most of the time, that means, since 9:40 was my normal get-up time, 10:30 to 10:40 was when I was getting up on a day off. Now, if you're going to hang out with friends who want to go do things that are, during daylight hours, you've already burnt most of the morning by the time you get up, if you get up at 10:40. So that's a bit of a problem. And it's hard to get up on time, let alone early on a day off. So if I were to say, want to do something early on a Saturday with friends, the earliest my body will be wanting to let me get up without just making me dead the whole day was 9:40. If I try to get up at, say, 8 or something, this just wasn't going to happen. But now, because my schedule shift, my new wake-up time normally is 8/8:10. 8 o'clock's the alarm, 8:10 is the snooze. So even if I sleep in a little bit, it's still 9 o'clock. But more than likely, if necessary for things we want to do earlier in the day, I could easily just let myself wake up as I normally would for a work day. So yeah, I can actually spend time with friends when they're visiting the area and not feel like I get there after everyone's finished eating breakfast. Ironically, one of my many jobs I actually loved over the years was when I was a breakfast cook, at which point I woke up at 3 in the morning to start work. That was ages ago, and yeah, I could probably switch to that again if need be, but uh, that was a bit harsh. That's the opposite end of the scale of you can't hang out with your friends because they want to have fun past 10 p.m. and you have to wake up 3, so that doesn't work. Um, but yeah, the other thing is um, normal me on a normal weekday. Um, I'd say get up at 7:30. I would end up going to bed around 2 to 2:30. Shouldn't stay up that late, but I was anyway. Um, and I'd feel somewhat normal and productive for the first several hours of it. 7:30, 8:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30. But anything after midnight, I started to feel like I was restricted. It felt, it sounded like I had to worry about neighbors downstairs. We live in a house by ourselves with 10 feet at least before you hit the walls of the next house. And we're even in the middle of the house where we normally hang out at night. So there's ages of space between us and anyone that would hear us make noise. So it's not like I couldn't do stuff. Um, but especially since happened, most of the stores around here don't have hours past midnight. I think Walmart is to midnight now. Yay, because they were stopping at 8:30 for the longest time. I don't remember if Meijer's 11 or midnight. Um, I think the big Kroger is midnight. So there may be some places we can go up to midnight, but after that, you can't even go shopping. You're stuck. So I'd been starting to feel kind of bored and trapped for the last 2 hours of my awake, not wanting to go to sleep because that just means, well, I was going to waste time sleeping instead of doing stuff in my free time. And I didn't feel like it was good enough time to pop in some video game time. Um, and I have a lot of games I want to play. Quite a few. They're sitting on my Steam there, and on the Switch, and on the PS4. Still on the PS5. We really, really want to get one of those whenever we get a chance. They need to have games first. Uh, and devices available to buy. Uh, but I would, yeah, I have 2 whole hours after midnight. 2.5 usually. Sometimes I'm not good at going to bed on time. I feel like I don't feel like starting something because it's gonna be 2 real soon, and then I have to go to bed. But 2 hours is a lot of time for gaming. If you're playing something that's got easy pick up and put down stuff, do a couple of missions on Borderlands or do some stuff on XCOM. I don't know. Things off the top of my head. Uh, Pull out Prison Architect or kind of new Cell Block for a bit. That one will eat up more time than you think. Some of these games you think you don't spend a lot of time on, and it's like, whoosh, all the time goes away. And other ones you're like, man, I spent ages on there. And you're like, I was only about an hour. Huh. I feel like I had all of the energy and stress for that. Varies. But it was hard for me to get into doing stuff that late at night. It just felt like I was locked down. And I didn't want to do anything too high energy right before bed again because I don't want to get myself all worked up and it's too. Uh, Also, some people do have time frames, which, their bodies are like, okay, this is a bedtime. I'm ready to start a sleep cycle and go. And if you go a little bit too far past that, sometimes it gets harder to fall asleep. Um, Now, I always have managed to fall asleep eventually. I've had times where I've had trouble, mind you. I think everybody has. But in general, normally I've adapted to whenever it is. But my good go-to points were not 2 in the morning, which was part of why it's a lot of time has been turning into 2:30 before I was actually making it to bed, which kind of sucks when you're waking up at 9:30. So that means I get 8 hours of sleep. I got 7, and that doesn't always work for me. Uh, but one of my good sleep points has always been right around midnight. Interestingly, that I adapted that when I was, younger, and it just really clicked. Assuming I have enough time to sleep between then and when I need to wake up, I'm awesome. And so far, 2 days in, I'm doing okay. Though, again, it's hard to judge on 2 days in on a new sleep schedule. One day, there's not even a try and judge it. You're on trial mode there. Because anytime you can have a emergency need to get up and do things day, and you may have lived partly on adrenaline, don't realize it, but that day you had to get up early to go to the airport because of a trip, or you're meeting somebody for something dark side. I don't know. Whatever happened, we've all had that day where you manage because you need to and because it's all happening. It comes around, say, the end of the first week or the second week when your body's like, okay, either we're doing this or we're mad about this. Um, so for day 2, though, we're still doing this, and I'm thinking it's good. And because we did try and do something because of the free time yesterday, kind of failed. Apparently, the mall closed at 8. We ended up getting there at 7:45 after he got off and we got in the car. So we got one walk around the mall and into one store before we had to leave. But we tried. Um, the other thing we can do, though, is eat out, which is something we will be doing tonight. We've already immediately made plans for first Tuesday in. We are going to go out and have Taco Tuesday as a date. So we're going to the nice Mexican place right around the corner from us. No, it is not a Taco Bell. In fact, we have 2 nice Mexican places within walking distance of our house. We're still going to drive, mind you, because, well, walking distance doesn't necessarily mean you just want to walk. um, Especially after you've had a belly full of tacos and you're worried if you're going to make it to the potty in time. So, yes, we're going to utilize some of that extra free time and go out to a restaurant because they're still open, because we're both off in time. And possibly having the chance to do this socially with friends. Something we haven't gotten to do in ages was go out to dinner with friends. Not just because of lockdown, but because it's a weekday. I don't get up till 7:30. You don't get up till 10. Everything but Steak and Shake is closed, and the last few times we went there late, we're like, man, that was the thing that we just did. We could have gone to the IHOP instead. Also, good idea. Probably the better middle of the night idea around here is the IHOP. uh, don't think we have a Denny's or anything like that, because that would also be a good middle of the night option. You'd be surprised. Some Denny's are bad, some are actually not bad. So, uh, no Kings, no Eaton Park. My Western Pennsylvania friends will know those names. um, but yeah, so we're going to be able to get to do things with friends here and there. Not every week, not every day or anything, but once every other week, going out with a couple of friends. getting some Zianos, some Italian in us, maybe going to the taco place, Saboya's. Um, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Um, Heck, we even saw a new sushi place across from the mall when we were leaving it last night. We want to try that. Not tonight. Tonight's tacos. Taco Tuesday. Taco Tuesday. Uh, but so far, sleeping's been good. The way work goes and what happens at work, it's actually been really peaceful for both of us for the last 2 days. Knock on, knock on fluff. Hopefully that's gonna keep flowing the way it is. Um, so if work is going to be easier on us and sleep schedules work better and Autumn actually slept until just before he had to work both the last 2 days, which is amazing for him. That's something that has been part of the problem is not getting sleeping in the right time frames for both of us. So good sleep on 2 counts, that's a bonus. Last night and the night before, Sunday night, I played Borderlands 3 coming up for the last 2 hours of my night, from like a little before 10 to a little before midnight. Yes, I beat the game, but there's new stuff added, new skill trees to play with, and it's a fun game, makes me happy, and it's a good way to help unwind. And it's more of a game than the cookie clicker that's also running on my computer still for the last month. Because I'm playing cookie clicker again. Sorry. It happens. It's passively being played. It's not something I'm actively going and spending time with anymore. I just did a little bit on it. But hey, if you're looking for a weird economics game, cookie clicker will amuse you. So, it's almost time for Autumn to get off work. So I'm going to end this now, so I can get out of suit and hopefully not be too sweaty so we can go eat tacos. Yay! And then this will get uploaded sometime after that because, well, I still have to make sure the video looked okay. Anyway, thank you all for spending some time with this silly lioness talking about things that are going on in our lives here. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the little dingly bell for the little dingly bell, let you know when I post new videos. Who knows? Could be this lioness, or any of my other characters, or any of them in a pretty princess dress, or me gabbing about stupid things. You never know. And of course, both Patreon link and Coffee link in the description box below, which are good ways to help support me and my channel, help me make better videos for you, my fluffy public. And of course, just for $1, you'll have the option of telling me what costume to wear and what outfit to wear on it. If you so choose an outfit, you're also allowed naked. Assuming it's possible, things like you cannot have a naked Nick Wilde, it's only a partial. You can't have this particular dress on Renamon, for instance, because the neck will not fit her. But I'll let you know if you ask for something that actually can't happen. Because I'm always up to give you options. Anyway, I'm going to toddle on off, get out of suit, make sure I'm not too sweaty and look okay, and my hair isn't all froozed up from being in a fursuit head for all of this time. And I'll see you again real soon. For now, Bursty really appreciates each and every one of you, thinks you're all pretty lionesses, and looks forward to seeing you on our next video. Now, keep being fluffy and pretty, my little kittens.